Hey guys and gals, Von Baden back. Today is a very special day, very happy day for me. I get to reveal the final product. I mean, there is a few things that I want to touch upon, but I mean, they're minor things that won't really matter as far as what you guys will see, but stuff that I want to do to fine-tune the Cenobite Jack in the Box. So, before I do this, I want to give credit to where credit's due. I follow another creator. I've mentioned him several times. Much Props, and he did a Jack in the Box. It was nothing like this, but he did a different kind of take on a Jack in the Box, and it got me thinking I could do my own take on a Jack in the Box. And one of my other projects that I had done that was directly from him was the puzzle box, which I truly loved, and that was real fun to do. So I wanted to combine all of this, and I wanted to have something that was different than anyone else had done. And I thought my love for zombies and things like that, and taking the Hellraiser box and turning it into the toy of a Cenobite from Hellraiser as a baby demon or whatever the heck they are when they're little. And this is what I came up with. So without further ado, let me introduce you to the toy of toys, the hot seller at Christmas time for demons in hell. I'm sorry for the camera bouncing around. Might do that quite a bit, but I do apologize. Now, let me back up a little bit. Like I had said, I had done this a bit dark. I wanted more of a charred look. And I got that's a little bit off center, but what toys did we have as a kid that wasn't broke and dinged and bent up? So I imagine the Cenobites would probably be kind of rough on their toys too. But anyways, so a good portion of this is EVA, and we'll go over that in just a second. But the handle, I had tried to darken it up and make it look kind of grimy and whatnot, and it never came out looking right. So I decided to go a different direction, and what I ended up doing was I have this, it's actually an airbrush paint, and it is called Blood Red. Now, cool looking color, and it does look like blood. Problem is it's really runny. So what ends up happening is, if you can get it gummed up, I don't know if that's on camera, it's fuzzy, you can't see it, so it just looks like a big red blob. Awesome. Okay, that doesn't help it. Anyways, let me set this back down here, and then we'll go over the fine bits and pieces. So What I did was I kind of dabbed it and just kind of let it sit there, and then some of it did run, which is fine, to kind of give that whatever was cranking the crank there was covered in blood. That hand was covered in blood. So we got that. We got the chard. The things that I want to touch up is around the teeth. I want that black. I'm sorry, I'm going to bounce you again. The black around the teeth there. It doesn't look bad, but I want to lighten that up and get it back to a little bit more blood. What I wanted, the look I wanted to accomplish, was a very fine misting of black, and I hit the airbrush trigger a little too hard and went. So he looks like he's been smoking a pack a day for 100 years. His teeth are black. So I apologize, but that's something I want to touch up. The around the neck area, the red hot glue, I want to grunge up a bit, so it's not a blatant boom. There's a big solid bright red, and that I can do post, which not a big deal. I excuse me. I know I had said I wanted to do some chains or some string coming from the lid down, and it just didn't look right, so I just didn't put it in there. So the box is 100% made out of floor mats and EVA foam. Around the top rim is a EVA dowel rod that's cut down. Sorry about the birds. Which that's all fine and dandy. The designs on that are made out of 2mm EVA foam. The nooks, the crannies, the details that are in all of that I accomplished with my wood burner. I used a round-headed bit in here, which I'm sure I showed in a different video, but I used this thing right here. It has all different kinds of bits. It's a must-have if you're gonna do this kind of stuff. But anyways, use the round bit to do the gouges and the this and then that. I went back and I showed on a previous video, I painted all of the 2mm foam, which was white. I painted it black and then covered it with a dark gold. I was not very happy with it. Took a couple coats to get it to where it was shiny and it looked more sparkly than actual gold. Covered everything with a black watered down mix to give it the charred look, which I showed that how I did that in a previous video. The skull was from Joanne Fabrics. I got around Halloween time. I did a video on how I did that, but that's pretty much hot glue in there to help with some of the wounds and stuff. Mod Podge with toilet paper for the skin texture. Airbrushing for the paint job on it. The eyeballs I made out of EVA clay foam. Oh, we're getting a long video here. Sorry about that. So, wrap this up quick. The arm is made out of armature wire, which I've showed before. And the crank assembly and the handle on the other end of the crank is all EVA foam. The heart is made of EVA foam. The spring for the jack-in-the-box is made of a tube for pool filtration that we had laying around that was for pool, and it didn't fit, and we never took it back. So yay, I got something that I could use that looks like a spring. So if this is your first time to my channel and you enjoyed this video and you want to see some of the other great stuff that I am going to get finished this year, is about getting all my old projects done so I can move on to some of this cool stuff. I have new things that I want to do, so I got to get some of the old projects done. So I'm going to initially be focusing on that. And you want to see where that goes on this journey, then stick around, hit that subscribe button. If you got any questions or comments, leave those down below. And I will see you all on the next video. Thanks. Bye.